and took his bag of gunpowder. You then like sussed out the inn to see just how explosivo it was. To which you were very satisfied. It was sort of like a it'd be a controlled explosion. You deducted, or deduced, as it's more commonly referred. And you sort of just, ready to have a good time. And I think, what did we end on? We ended on you guys going to Shreep.
We were all going to sleep.
Yeah, in the Nadorm residency. Alneth was having a sticky beak into his, into Henry's,
booty.
Like, yeah, into Henry's little conspiracy room. Which basically he senses a plot to destroy the Jedi. That was basically it. Callian?
Yes.
Specifically for you, your dream is abnormally dark. It's abnormally empty. Usually you see like small vistals or visages of people past or present. But this time it's just sort of like a white horizon of nothing.
If I can talk in the dream, I'll try to yell out Io's name, but if it doesn't.
You can talk in the dream. You yell out. The only sort of faint echo you hear back, is a faint echo of like, prove yourself. And it like echoes around. To what and to whom does not mention.
Do I recognize the voice?
You recognize it to be your patron. It is the voice that you recognize to be that of which you made the debt with, but relative to context, you're unaware.
Okay.
But then other than that, that's basically the whole dream, yeah. That's about it.
Alright.
Alrighty. Anyone doing anything else?
Samuel's sleeping it off.
Going to check what time the innkeeper leaves his tavern.
Have I been informed of what the hell's going on? I'm just wondering.
Yeah, I think they did. I think they did tell you around the dinner table that there were.
Are we really going to stay at the dinner table that we're going to detonate an explosive device in the
I know you guys spoke about it, but yeah, whether actually, now that I think about it, whether it was in character.
We might have just went to bed. I mean, unless you would ask.
We talked about it before bed. I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
You were told in the morning, I'm sure.
Yeah, if you asked, I would have told you. So
I would have definitely asked at some point. I got a leg sticking out of the bed.
Yeah, so what are we gonna do, gentlemen? What are we
Guess I'm gonna wait outside to go
Let's start by picking up the weapons, maybe?
everyone, by the way, as well, upon awaking, you actually see that Milo and Itzamadal's rooms, or wherever they were stationed, they are gone already. It seems like they were up to an early morning.
He's looking for his arcane focus. It's out there somewhere. He has to find it.
Not particularly worried.
Actually, I don't know if I really want to go outside alone hunting.
If you want to join me, try to go to the...
Goblins might come and enslave me, so I think I'll wait for Almeth to come back to go hunting.
Whoever wants to come with me to the blacksmith and pick up the weapons.
I don't like metal, so no thanks.
Samuel will go with you.
Alright, let's go. What do you think the trip has gone so far? Besides that. Anything deeper than that?
Who are you talking to?
Samuel. Since we're like, I'm assuming we're walking over and I'm just having a conversation.
Yeah, I think this trip's just gone about as bad as it could go.
Yeah. All of our stuff is gone. We will have weapons, which is good, but we got nothing, no armor to protect ourselves. Luckily for me, I have a dabbling into magic. I have that. But,
I'm gonna need some more liquor if we're really gonna blow this place up.
well, if we're blowing up a tavern, might as well not let all that liquor go.
I don't feel right about killing an innocent dwarf. Even though I don't like dwarfs too much.
We don't have to kill him. We can drive him out. I think Ruka can disguise himself as a goblin or bugbear or hobgoblin and just keep the guy out and just be really rough with him, but not kill him. And kick all the patrons out and get a big, do a whole ruckus and really antagonize him. So,
Still, even if he survives, we're still killing him. We're taking his livelihood away from him. Doesn't seem right.
that's true. But at least he's not dying. And I'm pretty sure this is a small town. And they're pretty close, so we'll stick together. Hopefully.
Just because I can.
I don't like goblins.
There's a gobby handout. What these
Samuel's
goblins
just
look
gonna-
like.
Yeah, Samuel's just gonna stay quiet on the rest of the way there.
Yeah, you do. As you guys head to, just you two going to the blacksmith.
Yeah.
Nobody else tacked along. Okay.
I did offer, but
Yeah.
I'm checking out the inn to see if the innkeeper's going there late or leaving.
So you go to the inn. Around about what time do you head to that inn?
Probably early morning, because I could trance briefly and then head over there.
Yeah. Alright. So, you do get there before him. And it seems to be all locked up. You wait for a bit. Then he eventually comes. Like, all over your face. He eventually comes and...
Yes, Daddy!
yeah, he eventually comes, unlocks the door, just opens it, and sits behind the bar.
I would imagine that was still probably fairly early morning then, huh?
Round about 6 or 7-ish. Only because it's such a small tavern, and like the drinking life isn't exactly like middle of the day, early morning kind of. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably go to the smith after that and seeing what time he came that early in the morning and how difficult it might be to try and get him out of there.
Yeah. Rip Callian. And he's back. Could you repeat that last bit again? I got the first bit.
I accidentally left and came back.
That was, it distracted me.
Sorry. Sorry.
So wait, so you were sussing out, right? Okay, and you're just waiting to see if he leaves.
No, I just wanted to see how early he got there in the morning. Obviously, it's pretty damn early.
Yeah.
Not really a very large window to work with. But figuring something out.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, well, that basically happens. We'll come back to you guys at the armory. You sort of come up, or at the blacksmith. Yeah, you come up to the blacksmith. Nobody seems to be there. But you do hear, or at least, do either of you have a passive perception of 13 or higher?
No.
Callian does not?
I do not.
Not
I
I.
have a 13.
Mine's
whoever
11.
who was going to the blacksmith? Just Callian and Samuel, or other people as well?
As far as I know, it's just me and Samuel.
Yeah, they would probably easily beat me there, so I was sussing the bar out.
We did like, hello, anyone? And just like look around for a bit.
You hear from the back, like from the corner of from the corner behind the furnace, where Gorn came out from the first time that you came to his blacksmith. You can hear the stout dwarf that you know to be Gorn, sort of yelling like, "Just a minute, I'm dealing with some business."
All right.
And after you hear him say that, you immediately hear the crash of what sounds to be a wooden chair being broken over something. And then you hear, "Get down, you stinking bastard!"
I'll take a look.
You hear a few. You walk behind. You see him like full on choke holding a goblin. And like he sort of freezes for a second. Like looks at you and he's like, "Why did you come back here?"
I didn't see anything. What are you talking about? You're just, stuffing a toy for, it's a friend, right?
"No, I'm killing a goblin." And then the goblin, like in his chokehold, he's like, "What? You're not gonna kill me?" And he's like, "Too wrong you are," and snaps his neck. Just sort of drops the limp corpse. "I found the bastard looking through me chest. He nearly took about 3 ingots. Well, whoever told him to do that is not getting that in time.
You have a
Sure.
place to hide the body?
I don't need a place to hide the body." And he picks it up and throws it in the coal vat behind the furnace.
All right.
"Now, I'm guessing you're here for these weapons."
I am.
"Right. So, what was on the list? I've forgotten. I know I wrote it somewhere here." And he like looks around. He's like patting his pockets. He's looking for that bit of parchment that he wrote it down, and he's just like, I really can't find it. Look, I remember one of you wanted a pike, so I made one of them. I got 2 short swords, and I got a long sword. What else I got?" And he rummages through the chest in the back. "Oh, and I managed to salvage myself one of these. I ended up finding the mold, but it cracked, so it's a bit jiggered, but give it a go. Not sure why it cracked the why it cracked the mold. I think there's something wrong with that metal, or at least something strong, different about it. But yeah, you can just take this hand axe."
Right. Should I put hand axe question mark or something?
Yeah, it's a hand axe.
Okay.
It's a hand axe. It just has an odd discoloration compared to the other metalled things, as if he didn't use one of the ingots that you guys brought from the golden crate.
Okay.
Yeah, like it looks as if it's just been like tempered metal. That as if it's been it's been rehashed a bunch. That it seems maybe to be just maybe a bit brittle.
Great.
So
There's none of the other weapons I can actually use. Okay.
But yeah. So that was a pike, 2 short swords, a long sword, and a hand axe.
Any daggers? Or if we use our weapons?
He didn't have any really dagger molds, and he sort of like looks up. Did you want a dagger? Because I don't really have any molds for those.
No, this is all right. This is plenty. Did you find a thin sheet of metal, small thin sheet of metal that?
I didn't, and I'm unable to forge them. It's basically anything that can go from an ingot, basically.
All right. That's all right. If you can, please try. But it's fine if you can't.
Of course. I'll try and give it a go. It's very hard to set this and actually have it work. But yes, I can give it a go.
All right.
But that request will cost you because I will have to test it a fair work. So I'll just see how many tries it takes me, and even if I get it, I'll just get gold off you equal to whatever I needed.
All right. Also,
yeah.
All of us are lacking in armor. Do you know any place that we can possibly find armor?
I don't know anywhere you can find armor, but Golden Crate usually has some stuff tanning in the back. I'm sure you could bring me some leather scraps, and I'll pin them together with some metal dowels.
Is Golden Crate the clothing place?
Golden Crate is just like the general utility store of Nodorm. It's got Edgar in it. It's where you guys bought the robes from and took the crates to the blacksmith. It seems as if he handles like the general imports, exports to people traveling on the road for Nodorm.
All right, thank you.
Not a problem. And if you ask me, honestly, I think these people need a bit of an uprising against these goblins. Everyone's sort of gone dormant again. We fought a bit, and then they took Nodorm's kid, and well. We all sort of got a bit scared again. I'm willing to fight, but you know.
I don't blame Nodorm for standing down.
No one does. Except maybe Vale, but we all know he's got a thumb in his ass. Anyway, you have a good day, you do.
You too.
Of course. Thank you both.
Yeah, you take care now.
And he just goes back behind the furnace again.
All right. You want to go to the Golden Crate for the hides, or do you want us to go back to everyone and ask who wants armor?
Well, let's go see if we can even get any armor there.
All right. We'll head to the Golden Crate.
Okay. All right. We'll cut back then. What is everyone else doing?
If Henry's wife is awake, I'm helping to make breakfast. Other than that, I'm waiting for Alanef to come back so we can go hunting or something.
I am heading to the weapons shop.
She's Rita is like full on alive. Full on alive and awake. Already making breakfast by the time you get down there, so you can just help her out with that.
Yeah,
She's like,
Yes, Ruka, yes, please do help.
So Elnath, you're going to the blacksmith or the Golden Crate?
Blacksmith.
All right, okay. You head on to him. As you sort of go down from the inn, you sort of have to cross the path to sort of have to walk in front of the blood court. Again, you can still hear the sounds of screaming and snarling. with two bugbears standing guard out the front, as per usual. Standard note.
Different kind of screams, or the usual kind of mixture between goblin and whoever's in there.
Yeah, it's the usual kind of it's the usual mixture of goblin and like goblin snarls and stuff.
Right. Yeah, just continue past. I'm not gonna get myself too close to that.
Yeah. So yeah, you reach the blacksmith. Again, you don't see anyone at the blacksmith, but he's behind the furnace. And he sort of comes out, looks up to you and goes, "Didn't I just give your group some weapons?"
Didn't realize they were here, but you gave them the light crossbow?
Ah, of course. How could I forget? Yes, I was too busy thinking about the martial weapons. Right. Yes. 2 moments. And he reaches behind into a chest and he pulls out the damn, what's the thing called? Basically the arms and the actual loading mechanism. And then he just gets like a wood stock and a hammer, like a mallet, and just starts knocking it into it. He just hands you the light crossbow. That's big pride and joy right there. Spent a good few hours on that one. Wasn't too tricky. Didn't really have the mold, so it's sort of just offcuts and bits of dried metal, but like it works.
I do not trust this guy's work.
More than what I need. Thank you. I hate to be a bother, but did you know if the golden crate possibly has bolts or anything?
I'm not quite sure if they do, and I'm not quite a Fletcher myself, but let me have a check here. Ah, yep, I knew I was testing with something. And he hands you 3 bolts.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, they're a bit well used. They're basically they're legitimately just like a piece of wooden dowel with some leather, with some leather fletching at the end, and just a jagged piece of metal at the front.
Better than nothing.
Yeah, it was my best attempt at fletching, but look, I can understand if they're not really good, but you could give them a go for the moment.
Trust me, I think they'll find their mark.
Excellent. All right. You have a good day, you.
You too. Be sure to let you know what they find.
Yeah, of course. And he goes back behind.
I think I would probably start heading over towards the golden crate just to see if anything I can do to get possible more bolts if he has any.
Yeah. So you also head over to the golden crate. You converge. You all converge.
Oh.
Oh Jesus. As you open the door, Edgar burps and he's
shit. Alright, what do you want? What do you need, gentlemen? I'm here to serve.
We're looking for hide or leather. We wish to make some.
Oh, I got plenty of tan leathers. The hunters just brought it in last week. Should be done tanning right about now. Let me just I'll be 2 seconds. And he heads behind the counter to a door, closes it behind him. But you can hear sort of a muffled sound inside of him going like, no, that's not gonna, all right, yeah. And you can hear things being shuffled, moves, banging, crashes. And then he slightly opens the door, sticks his head out. How many do you need?
Who? I'm gonna metagame a little bit so we can just save some time. Who needs armor?
I don't technically need armor, so I'm pretty good. I wouldn't really worry about it right now. I'm a moon druid.
I wouldn't mind some leather, but I'm not going to be picky.
Yeah, Samuel would take some, but he doesn't actually care.
Yeah, same here.
I don't need leather armor, but Sam, do you need leather armor?
Yeah, I can take some armor.
All right, and we'll get one for Alan and one for Raylor, I guess.
That sounds like about that's probably about 4 or 5 pelts. All right, just 2 moments. All right, and then he comes out, throws them on the table. That'll be 5 GP per pelt. That's about 5 there, so you got 25 GP all up.
Is there any way we can work something out like we did last time?
Well, I don't really have many jobs. I mean, I suppose wouldn't mind if you shoveled some of the snow from around my shop. It's getting pretty thick out there, and well, I'm getting too old to man one of those big snow shovels.
Sure, not a problem. We'll get it done, and as a bonus, we could take care of this blood problem.
I'm sure that'll solve itself. I'm sure it will.
You do, Tom.
All right.
He'll hand you a shovel. He'll actually hand you both a shovel, and he's like,
That's all I got.
All right. I'll just start shoveling.
it takes you most of the day to sort of get out the thick snow from around his store.
Okay.
Come cruising by. So, Kaelin, what do you... Well, I shouldn't really bother asking why you're shoveling, should I?
We don't have money, so we gotta pay with other things.
I assume Samuel's been switching off with him whenever he's getting tired.
I thought we were both going at the same time.
Oh, I thought he only handed us one shovel, no?
Two shovels, and that's all.
We had 2 shovels.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, there's hopefully something else that I could still do. I need some more bolts.
If we can somehow convince Nadorn or Henry to go back into the Blood Court for some scouting purposes, or if he remembers what it looks like, that could be useful information.
It's true.
I'll be busy out here. If you want to take care of that, you can do that.
I will in a moment. I just want to see if he has any bolts to speak of.
You're looking for crossbow bolts. I remember you asked about that yesterday.
Yes, it's not the most impressive piece, and kind of hold up the shoddy-looking crossbow.
It's not. Yeah, it's not too shoddy, but like, yeah, it's not like finely made.
I've seen better work in the slums of the city, but functional.
Just needs to make its mark a few times.
Maybe we need some blood and bone first to get a good stretch in.
Hopefully we'll be able to do that soon.
Go for it.
Go on and find the old dwarf the golden crate and see if he has any crossbow bolts or not.
Alrighty. You know, a little bell rings. And he's standing behind the counter. He's like, hey, yeah. What do you need?
Sorry to startle you. I know you don't.
You're all right.
I know you don't have much in already made means. Well,
Yes.
Due to your regular customers, but I was hoping you might have a supply of crossbow bolts stashed away.
Unfortunately, I don't. However, I may be able to get some imported for you. There'll be a few days.
Well, I'll definitely work off the payment when they arrive.
Well, something like that does need to be paid in advance. I need to hand the gold to the person who'll be exporting them, and well, you understand, of course.
Fair enough. I very much doubt there's any other favors that would embellish you to get a shipment of those.
Unfortunately, I'm getting low on jobs. You sort of run me dry.
That's all right.
But if you're really looking for something to do, I'm sure there's always jobs to do by the inn.
I'll definitely have to go take a look there.
Yeah, I'm sure Peter's always got things to do.
Till next time, then. Hopefully, I have enough money to get that shipment.
Of course. It should only set you back about. Let me think. And he starts to look at a bit of a piece of paper as he sort of like fold it over, flips it over, all that kind of stuff. Should only about 3 or 4 GP.
That's a reasonable price.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you know, they're only really worth 1 gold, but the import fee and, well, the fact that it's got to go under the goblin's nose, and you know, it increases the price a little bit, but I'm sure it's manageable.
I figured as much. But thank you for your time, and I'll definitely come back when I have enough for that.
Of course. Anything else you wanted to purchase?
For the other matters, seems like my other compatriots might have most of that handled.
Right, all right.
Have a good day. Oh God.
Badger initiative.
Badger.
As you were leaving, Alan, I'm going to ask you if you could deliver the hides to the blacksmiths just to save time.
Well, of course. I can tell you'll be stuck here a while.
Yeah. Thanks.
Anytime. Good.
Actually, just before, Ruka, with that, don't even bother changing the stats because that'll just.
Yeah, all it does is my perception, really, and I can just remember that.
Yeah, and you just go off your character sheet for all of the mental stats, and then just all of the physicals, just do from the badger.
Just the badger.
So I'll take that and go to bring that to Peter. Or not Peter, fucking. So many names being passed around.
Henry?
That's it. No, not Henry.
No, Henry isn't the blacksmith.
I was about to say, not Henry.
Gorn is the blacksmith.
Arena man the game.
Is Gorn.
Yeah.
Did you ever tell us his last name?
The blacksmith?
Yeah.
He didn't, but He didn't, but Vale was like, go see Iron Pelt. Yes. What now, gentlemen?
Quickly run down to the blacksmith with the hinds and pester him to see if he can't do anything with it.
We need some leather off. I didn't really say that in the previous conversation, but whatever.
So what are you taking to the blacksmith?
The hides that they're working for.
Did you buy them?
I assumed as much since we're working for them right now, and I was just wondering if we could save time.
Oh right, yeah, okay. No, yeah, right. I'm with you. I just didn't realize that was you picking them. You just came and were like, "Here's the gold." Right. No, yeah. You can just take him. You take him to Mighty Gorn. Gorn looks up. Oh, back again, are we?
Of course. There's no time to spare with matters at hand.
Right, of course.
My compatriots managed to procure from the Golden Crate a few hides. They were hoping to get some armor made. It seems they have enough for quite a few of us.
Right. Well,
Obviously,
you got some pelts then, hey?
yes. Set them down and shuffle them out a little. If you need assistance with this, even as a slight bit of payment or help, I'd be more than happy to.
Of course. Look, give me about, I'd say, 2 to 3 days, and I should have all of these set and done. It'll just take time getting the pins and making them work and, well, fitting them to you. You'll all have to stop by so I can get some dimensions. Other than that, we should be good.
I'll let the others know. Well, looks over the rest of the pile. Sure, you take my measurements now.
We sure, I don't see why not. And he goes behind the furnace again and pulls out a large wooden rule. Sort of puts it up next to you. Sort of like checks your shoulder width, your bust, your everything like that. Gets everything sort of sorted and noted down on a bit of scrap parchment. Alright, yeah, and what was your name again?
Elneth.
Elneth. How do you spell that?
Alneth.
Right. Okay, thank you. And he writes it down with 2 E's and no H. But he just sort of like stuffs it in his pocket, as if he can't spell.
I'll be sure to let my compatriots know to come by so you can size them up properly.
Excellent, thank you. Alright. And he sort of just like looks back around, pulls the pelts back behind the furnace as to not just leave them on the table kind of thing.
Yeah, keep them out of sight.
Yeah. Alright, what's everyone doing now? Where's everyone at?
If Samuel's done shoveling, he's gonna go get drunk in the bar before it blows up.
Sure.
Probably just stop by the Golden Crate before they finish again. Tell them that you have to go down to the blacksmith to get measured for the armor, but seems like he'll be able to do it. Don't mind the spelling.
Alright, well, thank you for the information.
I'm going to head back and inform Rook of the situation. Besides, we decided that we would attempt to go hunting. I wonder if we have enough time left in the day.
It's almost night, so beware of goblins.
It's getting to about 3 or 4 in the afternoon.
Oh, never mind.
But like, because it's the north and it's winter, the sun is already setting.
Oh.
So yeah, you're right, but like, yeah, you don't get many hours in the day.
Alright. Yes. Whoa. I'll hang with Samuel, just to keep him company. Don't want anyone wanting strangers.
Alright, it's not good to drink alone anyway. Come on.
Alright.
Oh, you head to the tavern. There's about 2 people in it. Seemingly full, actually. It's seeming to be the busy night tonight. They're just sort of, happily drinking in the corner of this rather small inn. With Peter turning around. Hey, welcome back to the inn. What can I get you?
I'd like a rag, please, so I can go back to cleaning tables and drinking beer.
Sure. And he just reaches under the table, picks out a rag, and just sort of like throws it at you. You just knock yourself out.
Then I go back around the bar and grab myself an ale.
Yeah, he doesn't really seem to care.
I'll do the same thing, except I won't drink myself to that level.
Yeah.
I'll walk around, try to scout around the area, trying to get a good lay to see.
Yeah. Do you actually clean tables? Like, do you actually attempt to clean tables?
On the way, to and from.
Okay.
Yeah, Samuel does. But he makes sure to tell Kylan to clean slowly so that he doesn't ruin the drinking.
Yeah. Okay. Because this only matters to Kylan, roll me a d10.
Okay. I'm just taking sips of the ale. I'm not taking big chunks at once.
Okay, you get paid 3 silver, as you get 3 tables done, and he seems to be paying a silver a table.
That's really good. Silver a table. Oh. If I knew that, I'd do more. Whatever.
There aren't really any more tables to clean.
Yeah, it's okay.
It was more, I was going to get you to do the D10 to see like how many you got and how many Samuel got would have been the opposite, but he's not getting paid because he's taken ale. So yeah. Where is everyone at? What is everyone doing?
Finally retrieving Ruka.
I don't know what Ruka would have done for the rest of the day, because I don't really have anything to do.
I mean, if you want, I can introduce something now for you, Ruka, if you want.
Do it.
Unearth, you sort of go looking for him. It genuinely takes a decent amount of time. Mostly because you don't realize you found him a few times. because what ends up happening is you hear on just the sort of outer bits of town, you hear the scream of a woman and a child, and then they like sort of run past you. And as you look past beyond them, you can see a brown bear like stood up on its hind legs, sort of trying to stand, making various noises.
Probably like holding onto like trees for support.
Yeah, like for support, not sort of realizing that like you're a bear.
Yeah, that's great. Just kind of pull a crossbow for a moment, but then I'm just kind of like watching, and the first thought that probably crosses my mind, and I say it out loud, is like, is it damaged?
Are you close enough for me to be able to hear that?
Yeah, how close are you getting to this bear?
Not that close. For whatever bizarre reason, it seems to be hugging trees.
It's like pushing itself off trees, like trying to walk, tumbling every now and again, standing back up by propping itself via a tree, that kind of thing. Like sort of really trying to walk on 2 feet, but it's just not working.
I think I would probably get the crossbow at the ready. Just keep an eye out.
Let me roll to see if I notice you. Okay, I'm gonna say I do. The bear will turn to face you and noticing you pointing a crossbow and recognizing you, tries to like wave hands across the face like in the no motion, but then falls over.
Yeah, literally, like you like take your hand off of the tree and like wave both your arms to be like no. And you hear like a guttural roar, Alneth, that sort of sounds like a no, but it's not like it's not a no, but it definitely resonates a humanoid sounding thing to it. And then immediately the bear just falls back and rolls over its head, like onto its knees.
Especially seeing bears before, I've been like very confused at this behavior.
Yes, this is not at all a standard behavior for a bear. You don't even need to. Yeah, you wouldn't even need to. Actually, although, what's your passive animal handling?
Passive animal handling. What a concrete stat.
Yeah, what's your passive animal handling?
Probably it would be 11 if you go off the base of 10, right?
Yeah, base of 10 and then plus the modifier. What about your nature modifier? Is that an 11 as well?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, in conjunction with your passive perception, it's very clearly not. It's very clearly not. It's either a bear that's not all there, a man that's been turned into a bear, or it's a fake bear. It's one of the three. My money's on mentally ill bear.
Is there a rock near me?
Is there a rock near you?
Yes.
No, there's only like 2 trees as well, so.
Okay, I was gonna try to throw a rock.
I think I would approach out of curiosity and just like, hey there. Are you alright? And just like, not realizing who it is still. It's just kind of like trying to approach.
Well, yeah, you would have not a clue.
Yeah, just trying to approach
at all, yeah.
Like, crossbow still at the ready, like, seeing what the hell's going on with this weird bear. I'm thinking to myself,
I have like my on my side, I have my arms crossed, like holding it up in front of the crossbow.
Still sort of holding himself against the tree.
just kind of look down at the crossbow and like go to tuck it away. Like, you're a very weird creature. You know that, right? Cheryl. God, what should I roll to see if I can fully catch that?
Yeah. Yeah, Jesus. Roll me in nature.
God.
What do you roll?
18, but I don't know if, well, since it's mountain, my favorite terrain, +2.
Do you get bonus to nature checks with favorite terrain?
Yes. Only on mountains, though, so.
Yeah, I wouldn't say this is a mountain because the town is sort of in a bit of a clearing. But you don't discern. You're not able to work out what he says because you don't speak bear. But you work out from like the tonal intonations and whatnot that that's your buddy Ruka.
Did the goblins do this to you? Listen, we're going to have to stick with yes or no. I don't understand bear.
Shakes head side to side.
After her saying that, you have now realized that you are a bear, Ruka. As you could only discern from looking down at your body that you were some form of furry creature with like with claws, but you weren't aware of you being just a bear. Because like obviously there's nothing reflective around, so you can't see that you're a bear. And because like in your head when you speak, you're speaking common, but everyone else is hearing bear.
Did you wake up like this?
No. Shakes head side to side. I'm gonna try really hard to change back.
You're gonna try really hard to change back. You sort of like focus and you just sort of think about your normal form, and you're just like, come on, before you sort of like shape back into Elven Ruka, and you're just like, I'm glad I'm not Bear Ruka anymore.
Holy crap! It really was you. I almost shot you.
I don't know how that happened.
How the hell do you not know how you got turned into a bear?
I was just going for a walk.
Thinking about, and then he thought about a bear. He thought about how bears would be like out here, and then before he knew it, he was a bear.
Nice crossbow, though.
Yes, you're just lucky I had a very low amount of bullets, otherwise I probably would have shot you from the beginning.
Thanks.
Well, judging by the situation, I don't think you feel like going hunting.
No, that's, I could use the distraction. I've done nothing else all day but to be a bear, apparently.
Are you sure?
You have spent the last 4.5 hours trying to not be a bear.
Yeah, let's just go.
Alright, I guess no one better to keep an eye on you.
Let's go hunting.
Alright, you guys go hunting. Roll me survival with advantage, whoever has the highest modifier.
Okay, let's check. I have a 6.
That would be you then.
Okay. Click the advantage.
Alrighty.
Oh.
You very quickly you very quickly find a herd of deer. Yeah, just a few. Just a few miles from Nodorm. What are you gonna do?
Are we going with your original rock idea, or shall I give the crossbow a test?
Why don't you try out your crossbow and I'll throw a rock at the same time?
True.
You should probably practice a little bit with it. It looks a little weird.
Yeah, so it's going to take a little bit to get used to.
All right. Which deer are you going for? There's about 5 of them. One of them is quite a large buck, seemingly. With the rest being like deer, and then one of them is a bit of a foal.
I would aim for the buck.
Yeah, the buck is a good sport. I mean, you shouldn't aim for the children. That's kind of a dick move.
I killed them all.
Kill the children.
But the women, children too. They're animals, and I slaughtered them like Adam. And I hate them.
Okay. I ready my rocket rock.
Okay, you've got a rocket rock, and you've got your crossbow, Alneth. If you would both like to make me, what is the range on rocket rocks?
Rocket rocks, I think they're 60 feet. Like, they go really fucking far. Yeah. I have to find magic stone because, it's not called rocket rock.
Yes.
Well, it is actually called rocket rock on my character sheet. Yeah, it's 60 feet.
60 feet? Okay. And the light crossbow?
80 to 320.
What is it? 80 to 120?
300.
320. Yep. So, if you want to roll me that rocket rock with disadvantage for long range, and Alneth, you're like just in range.
Don't I have advantage though? Because it's like, since it's unaware of us, wouldn't it just be normal?
Surprise.
No. You know what? Yeah, actually, you would have surprise on it. The fact that you're as far away from it, like from the herd as you are, you would be surprised. You would be surprising them. So yours will be at standard. Alneth, your crossbow will be at advantage.
Nice.
They're literally like 80 feet from you.
Wow.
Shit.
Assassinate!
Did you add your modifier for your D8 roll? Oh, you rolled a 1.
Yeah.
That's too bad.
It's depressing. But that's what it's
I mean, I don't know. It's an animal. We might have succeeded.
I hope I succeed. Otherwise, I'm a very sad elf.
That would have killed me.
Yeah, so you go to peg the rock, and as it leaves your hand, Ruka, Alma's bolt just skirts past you right into the buck's head, and it just the force just already pushes the buck over.
I like the
and
power.
The buck just sort of lays there dying as the deer just sort of scurry off, and the buck gives out a bit of a as it sort of dies before it just stops moving.
Impressive craft.
Yeah, very good shot.
I've practiced with such things before.
But yeah.
Shall we go claim our trophy?
Yes. How are we going to get it back? I didn't actually think about this part.
On that front, usually it's a good old bout of bracing your back, carrying it over your shoulder, or teams together. You take 2 feet and I'll take 2.
Sure, I guess.
There is one way, but you mightn't like it.
I already know what you're going to suggest.
Well, I'm just saying, you could do it. You say brown bears do have 19 strength.
Maybe it's good practice for me. I could try turning into a bear again, and I could try carrying it.
Are you sure you're not going to just eat it?
I'd hope not.
Besides, I have so many questions for you.
You can ask me that when we're back.
Fair enough.
Come on.
I'll be keeping an eye on you, by the way.
Do you even have 2 uses of wild shape, or do you only have 1?
You have 2. You always have 2 uses.
It's always 2?
It never goes up.
Mm-hmm.
I thought at some point you get like unlimited uses of wild shape.
At like level 20.
Oh, so that is that's like the Archdruid thing. Yeah,
that's the Archdruid feature.
Mm.
It's such bullshit. It's like from 2 to 20.
But you get it. Yeah, I don't know what, because the Archdruid capstone is actually the strongest capstone in the game. The amount of temporary HP you get makes you invulnerable.
To be fair though, wild shape is kind of broken because it's only limited by it's literally only limited by what beasts the DM is like giving you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like its limiting factor.
No, definitely.
I will focus on being a bear.
Yeah, you think about a bear, and before you know it, you're a bear.
I will never get used to that for a long time.
You sort of nuzzle your head like under the buck and sort of like push it onto your back, so that you're carrying it on your large shoulders. And you can just sort of walk it back.
Be sure to retrieve my bolt from its neck.
You actually cannot.
Oh no.
You can only retrieve ammunition. You retrieve in halves. Not in halves. You receive. Well, yeah, in halves. You receive half of the ammunition you used, rounded down.
I pull the back end of the bolt.
Yeah, you basically have nothing left from the bolt.
Well, it was impressive. Just toss it into the snow. Come on, I will make sure nobody screams at you again.
Walking way more meat than we need.
Oh, you know what? You didn't spend 4.5 hours as a bear. You only spent about an hour because that's all you can spend because it's your.
I was gonna bring it up, but I didn't really want to start. I didn't want to start slapping you with technicalities, and we're just having
I only just saw that just then.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, so you're only you were a fat bear for about an hour, about 45 minutes really.
That's enough to make it back to town.
Yeah. Yeah, plenty. Plenty. Yeah, you guys. Yeah, you're definitely able to make it back to town. Where are you taking it?
Probably back to Henry's so we can gut it and clean it.
All right. Well, you take the outskirts of town so that the goblins don't really see what you've got. They don't really have anyone outpost, but just for the sake of it, person with the highest modifier, give me a stealth roll, not with advantage, just standard.
Definitely not me. You don't even need to ask me.
Obviously not in the mountains because the open plains. So.
No, yeah. Nice.
I sneak the bear back into town.
Yeah, you get to Henry's place. You knock on the door. he sort of like opens the door. As he opens the door, he's just like, what are you, Jesus Christ! And he like reaches for his crossbow.
No. Don't. As weird as it sounds, is Ruka.
And as you say that, like, you revert to Ruka.
Oh!
No, like
Oh,
the buck obviously, like the buck, like like falls off as he's changing back because his shape drastically changes. But yeah, you're just sort of on all fours with a dead buck next to you.
We brought dinner.
Hi, Henry.
I won't ask.
You can ask if you want, but
take it round to the back. There's the gate. Just open the gate and drag it through. Don't let the goblins see you.
Of course. Come on, Ruka. I'm helping this time.
Alright. Okay.
He'll also help and grab he'll grab like the head, sort of like prompting for the both of you to grab the two legs and drag.
Yeah. Just grab him, start hoisting it.
Yeah. This is one fat bastard.
Figured we could repay you for all the food you got us.
Well, yeah. Maybe you shouldn't have. And then you get to the gate, and it hits the like. You get to the gate, and sort of like the antlers catch. On like the gate, and he's like, "For sake." And he goes back into his house, and he just gets a large. He just seems to get a large wooden rod that seems to be quite dense. And he just comes along and he just cracks down on them both, and they snap up.
Perfect.
Alrighty. And he just takes them, and so there's now like jagged bits where the horns would be, but like.
Yeah, the horns come off and.
Yeah, but like, oh well.
I mean, I was gonna take one for a knife handle later down the road.
He just sort of like throws them aside, and then you guys get it into the back. You sort of leave it in the back there, and where is everyone else? Karen. Yeah, obviously Callian and and Samuel are in the inn. Rayla, what about you? Where have you been all? Raylo?
Yep.
Where have you been this day?
Probably just looking to see if there's any more goblins entering the city or moving about outside of the Blood Court.
I mean, they seem to, go. They seem to go back and forth, but not really through the front door or anything. It's very rare that you see anyone come in or out the front door.
Interesting.
So, yeah, I want to say the front door.
Yeah, that's where I've just been kind of hanging around there.
Yeah, just the door to the town hall, to the Blood Court. The two double doors, basically.
Gotcha.
Yeah, the reason I said front was because it's at the front of the building.
Right.
But yeah, like it's rare that you throughout the day see things come in and out. It's as if they tend to stick to night when they move in and out. Yeah.
Okay. I think I'll stick there until I guess there's word from everyone else of what we want to go, what we want to do here.
Okay. Alrighty. Callie and Samuel, what you doing?
Samuel's drinking as much as you'll let him.
I'm just scouting around.
You basically get 3 drinks before you start to feel a bit, on the less sober side.
I believe Samuel would continue to drink until the barkeep literally wouldn't let him anymore.
Samuel can make me a Constitution save then.
Natural what?
Oh, the myth, the legend.
He drinks a whole keg.
Did you roll a natural 20 last time?
You power through an additional tank.
Jesus.
Samuel's a deeply flawed individual.
Your liver is rolling.
Yeah, last time you rolled a 21. I had to go roll up and find it.
Damn.
That is great, though. That is very. I enjoy that thoroughly.
You will crash hard later. When you hit that nat 1 on that save. Good.
I mean, yeah, you just have to tell me when you go for another drink. It's fine.
As many as the barkeep will let him.
Till he hits the floor.
Alright, make me another con save.
He's gonna hit the floor. Never mind.
Alright, make me another one.
Holy fucking shit, this man's... Oh!
Ooh.
You are now poisoned.
Okay. What does that do to me?
You've just got the poison condition, which I think is just like disadvantage on weapon attacks, and there's something else.
Maybe ability checks, I'm not sure.
Okay.
Yeah, something like that. It's just, yeah, basically, you've got alcohol poisoning, you're inebriated.
You're piss washed.
Yeah, if you drink, you physically can't drink anymore. You will lose HP if you do. No, not HP, exhaustion levels.
Oh, I should probably go for at least one more then.
I mean, sure, you can drink one more and lose an exhaustion point.
I do so.
You drink, and then, like, you take a sip, immediately throw up, and you receive a point of exhaustion.
I put it on there.
At this point, I stop you. I'm like, come on, man.
Like, Callian, you saw, he was going strong for those, like, he was going strong the first 5, but then the 6th one hit him, and, like, you saw him just get sloshed at the 6th one, then he went for a 7th, and, like, yeah, he just took a sip of the 7th, and then he just immediately threw up.
Come on. We're cleaning tables, you're making a mess. Here, sit down. And I start cleaning up.
Peter gives a thumb up and throws 3 silver.
This is the end's pay, end of the day's pay. Just wondering.
That's the additional pay.
Oh, additional. Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah, that was for you. Yeah, cleaning more tables.
Right.
Yeah. So Samuel's like, you know what? Actually, make me an additional Constitution save. All right. No, you okay? You keep yourself awake for an additional hour.
All right. After this thing, I'm gonna clean up and then I'm gonna drag Samuel back to the door.
All right. It takes you a while. Well, not takes you a, it takes you a bit, maybe 15, 20 minutes. You pick up a very clearly sloshed Samuel, and you sort of, if he's willing, you take him out of the tavern.
I think we're supposed to go get measured or something.
Have we been told that?
Yep. I stopped by real quick on the way to tell
Yes, you were.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, because you were like, by the way.
Is it on the way?
Back to where?
The blacksmith for measure.
No. No, essentially, it's like a big triangle. Wait, yeah, but back to where?
We're trying to get to the blacksmith and then to the Dorn's place.
Yeah, no, it's basically a big triangle. Think of the trade road as the horizontal line through the town, and then in the top right corner is where the inn's at, and then in the center at the bottom is the dorm residency, and then at the top left is the blacksmith, like a triangle.
Got it.
With the blood court being in the top center.
Are you sure? Can you keep your feet on it?
Callan, let's go get measured.
takes you a bit to walk it. Samuel, make me another Constitution save. You stumble a bit on your way there. You fall over, but it's sort of like, you're able to relatively pick yourself up with the help of Callian. You do, however, manage to keep yourself awake for an additional hour. But, yeah.
Callian, why don't you tell me about yourself?
Oh, no.
I'm from the city. Does it sound like you are from? Does it sound like a good team?
It's hard to talk with a country accent and slurred.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I tend to think that I can't really think about anything right now.
Is Nodor drinking his sorrows away?
What was that?
I was just wondering if Nodor is drinking his sorrows away.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Oof. Yeet. Alright, so you guys eventually get to the blacksmith. It is basically dark at this point.
Great.
It's about 5:30, 6 o'clock. And yeah, it's dark outside. You get there, and Gorn comes around from the corner. He's like, "What are you? Oh, you here to be measured, right? Okay." And he pulls out the shoddy bit of parchment with Alness' name spelled incorrectly, and he grabs the rule and he starts to measure you up, Callian. And he sees like Samuel just sort of like swaying, like where he stands, and he's like, "You might want to sit him down."
Yeah. I'll send him.
And he pulls like a stool from behind, sort of puts it against the wall.
He doesn't have to make me an actual leather armor, just enough for a shirt, I guess, because I have mage armor as a spell. I want the look of an armor, but it doesn't have to.
But he still measures you up, does everything. He's like, "Hey, what was your name again?"
Callian, you can just put Cal. That's good.
He spells Carl with a C.
Whatever.
I think that's right. And he like sort of folds it up and pushes it in. And then he goes to measure Samuel in an inebriated state, sort of swaying in the stool. And he gets pretty much all of the measurements. And then he looks to you, Callie, and he goes, "What's his name?"
Samuel. Just call him Sam.
I don't know how to spell that one. And he writes same.
Of course. Of course. Yeah, never mind.
And what's it?
You got any booze?
I don't drink.
Yeah.
And I don't think you should be either.
Yeah, what do you know?
As you say that, make me a Constitution save.
Oh, no.
This is perfect timing. That's all.
Two moments.
1, 2.
Perfect amount. Legitimately perfect amount. Yeah, your eyes start to go a bit hazy and dark. You don't pass out, but you get dead man stare and just like can't think of a response. As you sort of like drift into oblivion. Still up though. Still awake. And I guess you then take him back to Henry's joint, Callian. Yep. Alrighty. Yeah. Yeah, so you get back there. Raylo,
Yes, sir.
do you head back in the darkness?
Yeah,
As
definitely.
darkness sort of sets in.
Actually, I'll probably stick around for like an hour, just trying to make myself scarce and see if anyone comes in or out.
A few goblins come out.
No human or anything like that.
No, a few goblins come out. The bugbears tap out with other bugbears.
Okay.
Like the two bugbears just basically like, oh, you can speak goblin too. They're basically like,
Yeah.
all right, your shift's done. And then the other bugbear's like, whatever. And then, the other one's like, did you smell that? It smells like human. And then the other one goes, because we're in a human place, dickhead. And then, they walk back inside.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll head back to where we were staying.
Alrighty, you do that. But as you're doing that, you get stopped. You get stopped by a humanoid figure, sort of shadowy.
Do they do anything? Say anything? I kind of step back and
they definitely stop you in their tracks. Yeah, in your tracks. And they just sort of look at you, stare for a little bit.
Well, you escaped.
Ah, fuck.
Is that Zed?
This is actually a bit deep. Hang on. This is too deep.
Yeah, I was about to say, did Zed like it?
I was like, fuck me, dude.
Alright. Okay, this is more of a deep.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that's better. That's better.
Go down.
Well, you escaped.
Is this actually the guy, or am I just like...
As far as you can tell. The helmet, sword, and everything.
Fucking shit. I fucking attack him.
Shit! What?
Group wipe.
Sure. You know what? You know what?
I'm pretty safe. I don't. Yeah,
We're all on the starting. We're all on the starting page. I'll throw you down. I'll throw him down too.
Oh
What
boy.
a bad time to be carving up a buck.
I'll put you guys. Is this locked to grid? Yeah, it is.
Do you have any weapons?
I will.
I have a skimmy.
I will.
Yeah, that's a rusted ass.
That's about. That's about your distance from each other. Down this. Actually, no. Probably about 15 feet. Actually, like distance. Yeah. 15. Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
how far away from the blood court are we?
Like you were coming from the blood court to Nadorm, so you're just like walking down the little side thing. You're about 30-35 feet from the blood court.
Okay, that's great.
Oh.
And I'm guessing he's directly my path away from the blood court?
Wait, what do you mean?
Like, okay, how do you do the freaking pointer thing?
So basically, so essentially, what it'd actually be is it'd actually be like him, like, so it'd be basically like Nadorm's place is like down here, but it's not. It's not right there. It's a bit further down. The blood court is like just like the entrance to the blood court. Yeah, not the entrance to the blood court. The like the trade route is like there, and then like the 20 feet width of the trade route, and then it's the blood court entrance, and he is basically like blocking your path relatively. Like there's obviously like spaces beside him, and whatnot, but he's basically blocking your path to no dorms.
Oh boy.
Good luck.
Roll initiative.
God
Like,
damn.
Initiative is being rolled. You did say you were going to attack him, so like as soon as you show that amount, then yeah.
Wait, what? Did I roll? Did it roll? Yeah, it did.
Yeah, it's
Did
click
you-
on your token. It's
Yeah,
just-
did you have your token selected?
I did not.
I saw the roll.
Yeah, it's really too bad that I'm currently carving up a animal.
You guys are carving up a buck, and yeah.
Everyone else is busy. Maybe in Milo and its model will come in and just save the day. Sacrifice themselves.
Oh yeah, I forgot I said that they were already up and gone. Yeah, you know how I said that there were 2 people drinking in the inn?
Cover them.
Yeah, that was them.
God damn it.
I forgot to mention it. I remember I put the little token there so that if you guys were like, oh, do I recognize these people? I'd be like, yes, it's Milo and it's a bottle.
I would have told them off about working.
Oh well.
Whatever.
Oh, and of course he rolls. Oh, okay, no. Oh, he actually rolled lower than you.
You got this. You so got
One round him.
this. Remember, he's the magic sword that says.
I'm so fucked.
I mean, you can always run.
Yeah, the problem is I don't know where it's safe to run to.
No dorm.
Not really, though.
It's that or the blood court.
I mean, you could just run away from him laterally. He might.
There
get
are
tired.
there are like little side bits between buildings, but like he's basically like he's caught you like between the first building and the trade route to the blood court. So
Is he on his horse?
no, he's standing.
Yeah. See, you have a chance if you run.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fucking dash to Nodorn.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
I don't know how far that is, so I just moved 30 feet in that general direction. I don't know. I got
Dash is
60 feet
double
total.
movement. Yeah.
No, damn it, Fanburst is broken. It is. Can't actually search anything, apparently.
I told you.
Yeah, no, I didn't realize that you couldn't physically search or anything. No, that's a bit annoying.
Like you draw your sword and just like, yeah, fuck.
Hang on a second. Go back to where you were, like
Okay.
where it started. So you're dashing, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got that 60 feet of movement. Basically, I'll draw it real quick. Like how he sort of caught you is basically there's like it's basically there's like that's the edge of a building. And then, like, this is the edge of an additional building, and then there's the trade route, like behind you, and then the blood court.
That's always good. Yeah.
So that's basically how he's got you. He like came around from the corner.
Hmm.
Good luck. Get ready to roll a new character.
I'm gonna get right here and dodge action.
Do you mean disengage?
No,
Or you
I don't.
gonna,
You
like,
can't. I
actually
don't
do
think you can.
You just
Well,
gotta-
actually, yeah, you
Right.
can take the disengage action as a regular.
Disengage.
Yeah, if
No,
you run,
disengage.
yeah, if you run past
Enter
him,
your sphere again. Son.
the way that disengage works is that it's you say that you disengage from a person when you leave their thing, like when you leave their area of effect, their
Right,
their
but that's an
area of
action.
reach. Yes. So if you were to run past him and then leave his way, like as you're leaving, you can say I disengage so that I don't like take an attack of
Well,
opportunity
that's no
from
good
him.
for me since I wouldn't have enough movement to get fully
Well,
away.
Like, something you should consider is that if you go up this way, you aren't like basically running into the blood court. If you go this way, you go 60 feet away from him effectively. What you're doing right now is you're basically just walking up to him and saying, please stab me,
Right.
I can't outrun you. At least if you run away from him, he might not be faster than you, so it'll just be a net equal, and he might just give
I mean,
up.
maybe, but he might also have some crazy shit. So, whatever. I guess that is the safest way to go.
I'm just, I'm not trying to control you. I'm just letting you know.
I mean, what is past the blood court? I guess
The only way is forward. What you're doing right now
is there a way back around to Nordorms? I guess is what I'm asking.
Yeah, it's through a fair whack of like side houses and like little alleyways and stuff. That and you don't know the area too well. So like you also would have a chance of getting lost, so I would make you like each turn that you're searching for his like this is basically the way that you guys have been going basically right now is you are constantly just going along the trade route until you recognize the sort of path to go down to get to the No Dorm, to get to Blacksmith, Golden Crate, that kind of stuff. But like all of the little houses for people. And no, this is still a small town. It is like, it's not big.
I'm gonna have to risk it and take the unknown route, I think.
Alright.
And just go as 60 feet away, past the blood court, I guess, wherever I can.
Okay, again, move back just a quick second.
No, I got you.
He doesn't have a legendary action. What's your AC?
11. Oh yeah.
From his wrist, you immediately like wicked fast just see the firing of a bolt from what seems to be a crossbow, like on his wrist.
Mm-hmm.
It immediately hits you. It only does 11 piercing damage.
Only, yes. That is half of my health gone.
And if you would like to make me a Constitution save.
Oh my god.
Don't worry.
You feel this. This foreign chemical entering your body. It doesn't feel nice. You can feel that it's like making you drowsy, but not super drowsy. You receive a point of exhaustion.
I love it. This is totally great.
Oh my god.
He succeeded with saving throw and he still gets exhaustion?
That's it. There's more. There's more if he failed it.
He's got some fucking good ass poison.
Oh my god.
You are correct. It is a trank dart.
Oh my god.
Yes. But,
oh god.
But other than that, you can like dash and get away.
Yeah, knowing that he just fucking shot me with some kind of a sleep dart, trank dart, I'm gonna try and weave into some side alleys, I guess, and get him off my line of sight.
You run. Like you run. You've got this bolt like stuck in your arm, and you just keep running. You forget about it. After about like 10-15 minutes of you genuinely trying to escape him and like panicking, and you could like hear like his footsteps like on roofs and buildings and stuff.
What the fuck?
That is terrifying.
It just sort of goes silent. How long are you gonna wait? Like, I'm assuming you're like hiding at that point.
Oh yeah, I'm fucking waiting. I'm not moving if I don't feel like he's on my tail, I guess.
Yeah. How long are you waiting for?
I'll wait at least a couple hours. This guy can fuck me up, so I don't feel confident in my ability to get away again if he finds me.
All right. So to grasp that, all right. How long are you willing to wait?
I'll wait until fucking morning. Is what I'm trying to get at.
Okay. All right. You wait until morning.
Fantastic. I'm assuming another point of exhaustion.
Yes, you did not sleep. You will receive a point of exhaustion. Before we go to next morning, let's go back to everyone around the dinner table. Because don't put that point of exhaustion yet, because someone still may come out and get you potentially if it gets too late. But yeah, so back to the dinner table. You guys finish carving the thing. You guys come back, yada yada yada. Itzamuddle and Milo are like back at the dinner table already, as if they fast traveled. You guys have a great feast, and then Henry's like, "Dude, didn't you have a drow with you, or like a half drow or something?"
We did.
I haven't seen him today.
I saw. Well, the others over by the Golden Crate last I knew.
Somewhere far away, a half drow pisses himself.
Yeah, roll a Constitution save to see if you walk your bladder.
It's the dart, not the fear. It's the dart, not the fear.
Hold for piss.
If I piss, he'll hear me.
He'll smell it. I had asparagus for dinner.
Oh god.
Didn't have no dinner.
But yeah. Yeah, the half drow is not hanging. He's not near. Gets to about 7 or 8. Henry's like, "All right, I'm going to bed," and he sort of heads up to his office to hit the hay.
I'm gonna go look for Raylor.
Yeah, Rita sort of like pipes up and is like,
Maybe you should go find your friend. It would be, you know, I feel like that would be good.
and then she also goes to bed.
Alright, guys, since we're going out, there's dangers of goblins, so we gotta be sneaky. And remember to weapon up. And I have all the weapons, I don't know who took what. I take the hand axe.
Just sort of bring them back. You put them on the table. There's pike, long sword, and 2 short swords.
I take my stick.
you already have your stick. He just threw it to you, like when you went.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying it for a fact.
Yeah.
I'd imagine Samuel's passing out.
Probably.
Oh yeah. I'll go up to Samuel.
Yeah, Samuel's out. He's gone.
I'm gonna try to use healing hands to wake him up.
Does that cure him of ailments?
No, it doesn't. Just heals
No.
everything.
No, it doesn't work. You do try and do it, like you hibbity hobbity him, but he feels rejuvenated. But he's still sloshed.
I'll give him a good slap on the face. That I can. See what that
It does not wake up. Does not faze him. He is asleep at the dinner table, hunched over.
Alright. This useless bastard drinking himself to sleep. Well,
Judging by the situation, I don't think he'll mind if I borrow the short sword for a time.
Yeah. I'll take the hand axe. I'll take our weapons. I'm going to cast Mage Armor. But anyway, you guys know what Mage Armor does, so.
It's just 13 ballistics.
Yeah, obviously.
So.
You get a bit of a glistening armor, like an illusionary sort of armor that hovers on you.
I didn't add the spell to my spell list. Just notification. Anyway.
Yeah, sure. So you guys are all heading out to search for him, yeah?
Yeah. Let's be stealthy about this.
Agreed.
Alrighty. So since you're all moving as a group, everybody roll me a stealth. Itzamuddle and Milo are like, we'll pass. We're sure he'll make it back fine. And then Milo sort of like pipes up a little bit and is like, yeah, and I don't have an arcane focus.
They say
he goes to bed.
Toss it at you later.
Why is your stealth with advantage?
Did you have a particular reason for that advantage?
I take the left one, so I got a 6.
Yeah.
Why did I get the best roll? I have the worst bonus.
So it is only 3 of you. Wait a minute, it's not 3 of you. Is it?
Yeah.
No, Samuel's passed
Oh,
out.
it is 3v because Samuel's passed out. I was like, wait a minute.
Should we take over of one of the people who are not here?
No. They're chickening out.
They just pushed out.
They're full on chickening out. Yeah. So that's a 6, an 11, and a 20. You're good. You, the majority, because it was group stealth, the majority of you, beat out all of the goblins' perceptions roll. Not perception roll, the passive perceptions. Yeah, so you're able to, like, squirm around a little bit. How are you searching for Raylor?
Let's just say we discussed this before. Like, do we know what Raylor was doing at any point?
You guys just sort of get up. Raylor, did you mention it to anyone?
Probably not. I think Samuel passed by the blood court at some point, right?
I mean, people were passing by the blood court all the time.
He might have spotted me while I was just.
I was there. I was
like,
with Raylor.
like, yeah, you guys would have, like, everyone, because everyone moved around that day. You all would have seen Raylor, like, you know, not super near the blood court, but near enough.
Yeah.
But like, nobody would have discerned that you were like. You know, nobody would have been able to work out that you were just genuinely sussing it out. It literally looked like you were just, you know, like, just sort of like hanging around for the sake of, you know,
What a nice day.
You know, like, yeah, like literally.
I've only seen him around the blood court.
But yeah, everybody, yeah, you guys all remember seeing him near the blood court when you last saw him.
I did inform him that he needs to be measured, so he probably had to pass by there at some point.
Alright,
Time to find my blood.
Alright, everybody, so how are you searching it as a group? Are you searching for him as a group, or are you splitting up?
As a group, I assume.
Yeah.
I don't really think we'd want to split up in the dark. I wouldn't split up because I can't see in the dark.
Okay, so everybody make me an investigation. Everybody make me an investigation. However, those who do not have dark vision or ways to see in the dark, roll me it with disadvantage.
Are there just like goblin patrols walking around? Because I mean, I'd like light a torch. I guess I don't really have any torches, do I? I kind of have druid craft, which makes fire.
Goblin patrols in quotes that you can very clearly hear goblins like walking about and whatnot, but like they don't seem to be in uniform patrols. But yes, they are goblins. There are goblins walking about. Had you guys not stealthed before, you would have run into goblins. Like they would have been like, "Hey, there's a curfew." Okay. What race are you, Callian? Oh, you're Fallen Azamar, yeah?
yes,
Yeah. So do you have dark vision?
I do. 60 feet.
Oh wow. Yeah. So majority of you don't find him. When I say majority of you, again, group investigation. Majority of you failed. You don't find him. So you spend about an hour looking for him and don't find him within that hour. Raylor?
Yep.
What's your passive perception?
13.
13. You feel a sharp like a sharp pushing pain into your back.
Oh, what the fuck? What?
You could run, huh?
Oh, this is great.
Isn't he like back up against a wall? Is this guy fucking Spider-Man?
Wouldn't doubt it.
You see him like his legs like you like hid sort of like behind a barrel-ish, like next to a thing, basically next to a wall, but there's a little alcove like next to you. Mm-hmm. You know, like you basically thought you'd cornered yourself. And he is above you with both of his legs like pushing against the wall, one hand, and just the end of his rapier is just like pushing into your back. Not actually pushing any damage, but it's like, you know, it's pressed against your back.
Second wind. Fucking second wind.
Sure, you can be like, ugh.
What? It's not working.
Do you shout or anything? Do we hear anything?
Yeah, I would be fucking screaming my head off. Why can't I use the fucking feature?
What are you trying to do?
Use second wind
Where have you got that?
That's
as a fighter
Yeah, but where have you got it?
on my character
where you
sheet.
roll it? Yeah, where is your roll for it? D10 plus level. There's your fat D10 plus
Oops.
level. Yeah, so that's just it. Yeah.
Oh, thank God! You have a limited will of stamina you can draw on to protect yourself.
But you
from
need,
harm.
just roll a D10 plus your,
Whatever then.
plus
9
your fighter
HP.
level, so
So
yeah.
9.
9. Alright, you get 9 HP back.
Do we hear him screaming?
I'm just
Do
like,
you-
fucking help, please!
Do you scream?
Yeah, hell yeah, I scream. And if I can, I run at the same time.
You go to scream, but the way it sort of feels is like it's like a and you just can't muster the air to speak, as if someone's just like winded you, but you like don't feel winded. You just can't get words out.
Mm-hmm. Well, if I can't scream, can I run?
You can attempt to run. You will take an attack of opportunity.
Use a disengage action.
Yeah, I'm disengaging.
Is second wind a bonus or a main
It's a
action?
bonus.
It is a bonus. You can disengage.
Yeah. And then I run the fuck out of that alley onto the main road.
As you run, you just hear him from behind you. No running.
Yes, running. Fuck you.
You hear a little. As you feel a little crossbow
Did he not
bolt.
make it around a corner?
God damn it.
He has a legendary action.
Jesus Christ.
Well,
Yes, you feel the bolt go into your back. You take 6 piercing damage, and you suffer 2 levels of exhaustion and are unconscious.
1,
Good
2,
night,
3.
boys.
God.
Does he at least scream when he gets shot?
2 seconds. No, he wouldn't actually. No, he wouldn't be able to scream. Like the words wouldn't be able to come out of his mouth.
Do we hear a collapse of some kind, or mashing of boots on the snow or something like that, or cobbles?
You hear like and then just a little
And then sort of just a into the snow, but it's really faint. And it honestly just sounds like a dude, like it sounds like goblins just rummaging through a barrel, moving and then throwing the barrel down, kind of thing. Like the noise sounds not at all indiscernible. Like it is in no way indiscernible from any of the other goblin ruckus that's currently going on.
I feel like that should be a perception check, 'cause, I mean, that sounds a little bit different than a goblin.
I mean, no, but it sounds like footsteps and then something falling onto the snow. Like it's the same thing that you can hear from all the goblins.
Shit.
Well, we continue looking because we're out here to find him.
Yeah. Good luck. Because if you find that guy,
However long you guys are spending out here, we'll make investigation rolls for every hour.
I'd say maybe like another hour and a half. I mean, I don't really think we'd want to stay out here all night.
Yeah, when it starts rolling around 11, that's the point where it's just gonna be like, yeah, we need to.
All right, yeah. So it's about 9 o'clock. The 3 of you can make me another investigation. Disadvantage if disadvantage you can't see.
Natural 20. Oh wait, no, that's 13.
No,
Sorry.
it ain't.
Decimation.
Mother trucker.
All right. So majority again fail. You don't find him. You're going for another hour. It is now 10 p.m.
there anywhere that I could climb up on the rooftops and just kind of get a vantage point of like the main streets and shit?
Sure. Roll me athletic.
Because at this point, obviously going around on foot, I can't see shit. I'm just
Yeah.
hoping to find something on the.
Yeah, you managed to you climb up the side of the building just fine. You get on top. You don't see much. In fact, a few goblins actually like look in your general direction and are just like and they just sort of like turn around and don't care because they can't seem to tell if you're a cat or if you're a person. Because you're obviously not just like standing on the building. You're like obviously trying to keep yourself like on the slant of the roof.
Yeah.
But like like they see like a bit of you and they like they're probably just like it's just a cat or something stupid. But yeah, you don't really see much other than like the buildings and then the blood court and that's
All right.
One more hour, or that's it?
Yeah.
We'll give it one more hour before we head home.
Yeah. Same.
Oh my god. Oh, I actually succeeded, kind of. Come on. Yes.
Oh,
Majority of the party succeeds.
Yes.
You guys stumble upon a bit of a disheveled sort of look of essentially about 6 steps, and then a larger hole, with the like smallest spattering of blood.
oh boy.
You're all smart enough to work out that something was clearly shot here and tumbled there. What and by who, you do not know.
Can I try and track where it goes?
It doesn't go anywhere.
Oh boy.
It's a 3 steps and then a drop.
There's no other footprints.
Is there a
right?
trail of something being dragged through the snow?
No. There is not.
Nobody else's footprints. Just
There's like no one. There's like goblin footprints, like not at all going in the same direction, kind of thing. And like some of the goblin footprints even go through the hole as you guys' footprints. But other than that, there doesn't seem to be,
Follow where the footprints come from and just kind of check out that area. Like
from where Raylor's footprints were.
yeah, pretty much
Yeah.
where like the impact is and where he came from, and then kind of like attempt to work out from there.
Oh yeah. Roll me investigation then. Just Alneth.
No one's assisting him.
I mean, if someone wants to say that they're assisting.
I will provide assistance, as will.
The only person who can't is Ruka.
Okay. Well, I'm providing
No.
assistance in spirit.
The old vision issue.
So roll at advantage.
Is Callian assisting?
Yes. Yes. Absolutely.
Who has the higher investigation modifier? Obviously, Alneth. Roll.
Nice.
You can see like small rubber marks from like on the wall at like relative head height for Raylor. As well on the right hand side of the wall, there is a small there's like a small streak of a black substance. Seemingly dried at this point. Dried or frozen. Seemingly both.
I'm going to attempt to collect some of that. Whether it be on a little bit of cloth or something.
You try rubbing it with a bit of your shirt or whatever. It doesn't come off the wall. It seems to be fairly dried at this point.
Can I try to scratch it off with the hand axe? Just get a crust and just break it off.
Yeah, you can scratch it off. It scratches onto the hand axe. It sort of just becomes it just becomes a bunch of flakes.
Looks like it. Does it look like it was dripping off?
No. Like it looks like it like for sort of out of character how you'd understand this is like it's very clearly like the spraying from it being on the end of the bolt being shot out, and just it being on there maybe a bit too thick, and it just like the like the loose being sprayed kind of thing. See, I would have given you guys the Analyze Blood spell, but I read it and it was kind of a bit broken.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I was making the joke about.
It's not at all balanced.
I'm probably gonna clamber up.
Analyze piece of yeah, there is yellow snow.
God. Poor
No, but yeah, you managed to like scrape it off in your hand axe, but it's sort of just like a bit of flakes, and it seemingly even blows in the wind. It's not, it doesn't seem to be a substantial amount, but it's enough that you're able to like sort of keep it on the edge of your hand axe, just a little bit.
Seeing how there's no trail leading off or nothing anywhere except going into it, obviously there was nowhere else for him to come from, so I'm gonna go and check out the roof.
You check out the roof. Roll me in athletics to climb up there.
Why am I so?
I will assist.
Never mind.
Oh, you didn't need it.
You just sort of like slink up there, and you check the roof. There are footprints on the roof, coming from one side across to the corner where Raylor was, and then it sort of like falls off a little bit as if there was some hands being pushed to pull himself up, and footprints across the roof down to where he's at. But other than that, it doesn't seem to be too.
So pretty much gets over to there and then he's gone.
Basically.
Is there anything across the way or anything that looks like... Actually, no. Because the only thing I could think of is anything across the way. But the only thing I could think of is if he literally got scooped up and fucking flew away with him.
Anything else you guys are doing?
Do you see anything across the street? Whoever was after Raylo came up here on the roof.
I mean, at the moment you don't know it's Raylor. That's it's like, a deduction would be it's Raylor, but like,
Whoever this was being chased down by someone who clearly clambered on the roof. I don't see any paths going back this way.
What's everyone else gonna like look? What are you looking? Is anyone looking across the?
I mean, I'll try, but.
Well, I mean, Callian, you could even.
I'm not on the roof yet, so.
No. This is on the roof. You're talking like down in the alley, like down the other side of the alley, Josh. Yeah.
Kind of just seeing if there's anything that breaks away, but obviously there's no like double back path.
Well, you notice. Well, actually, Callian, roll me. Ruka, roll me investigation with disadvantage. Just.
Hashtag.
Just why not?
Oh, thanks.
That's actually definitely good enough. This is kind of blatantly obvious when you get close enough. There's a bolt sticking out of the wood on the of the support of the building, diagonal from this one. Like
there's a bolt
at the top.
Is that the technical word?
Like like a bolt, as in like a crossbow bolt.
Yeah.
Like sticking out of the top. Not the top, but like sticking out from the upper half of the wooden support of the building, diagonal.
Yeah, like, I don't know if there's a crossbow bolt over here.
Come on over and clamber my way down.
You clamber your way down. You don't need to really roll for that. You can walk over. It is out of reach. It's like 10 feet up. The.
I lift him up.
You can roll athletics, I
Sure.
guess.
I'm 6'5".
Yeah, if you just want to roll athletics. Yeah, sure. You pick them up. You're gonna pull the bolt out, Alneth.
You pop that up.
Alright, yeah, you pop it out. It comes out quite easily. It's a very, very bolt. The end is almost superb. It's a broader, like thicker end, as if it's meant to be driven into material as opposed to flesh. And the end of the bolt has a small hole, as if something could be thread through it.
Huh.
We gotta get out of here. Stay out here too long.
It is getting to about 11:30.
Yes. I was saying, I've not seen anything like this in this town. They definitely don't have this kind of equipment.
Oh boy. Maybe we can ask about Zed. That guy was... I don't know
Let's
if
get
he
home
followed
before a
us here.
goblin catches us.
Agreed.
Alright, you guys leave. You follow basically the same walking path you took to get there in the first place, so I won't make you roll stealth again. You get back. Henry's door is like locked, but you guys know where the key is, so you go to the pot plant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Again, yeah, you open it, you go in. Samuel's still passed out at the table. Asleep. And it's a Milo and Milo in bed.
At least we don't have to worry where I leave him. He'll definitely always be there.
Yeah.
You guys going to bed?
Yes, might as well. At this point, we have no solid leads other than mystery foots. And a very finely crafted bolt.
Yeah, it's too bad that I've never really had wild shape near him before. I could have turned into a badger to try to use scent to find where he went. But sadly, I don't think I would know how he smelled because,
Correct.
normally don't smell that good.
Yeah, you would have had to have, Yeah, so you guys go to bed. You get a bit of a nap, whatnot. You get a long rest. Raylor. You wake up in, a room surrounded by stone. You aren't in chains, you aren't in shackles. You're just in a room. And standing in front of you is our masked figure. Says nothing. Just looks down at you. Walks to the door of this room. Opens it. And then closes it. But as he leaves, all he says is, "Good luck on your trial."
Oh no, he's gonna be tried as a criminal.
What the fuck?
And then closes the door, and you hear the bolt of the door being locked. And that's what we'll leave that
I'm assuming my weapon is gone.
You are in common clothes with nothing.
Yep.
Well, good thing you didn't really have much. So.
Yep.
I think you only had had the scimitar.
Yep.
That was back from the goblins anyway.
You're basically carrying evidence that you murdered them.
Yeah, that's where we'll leave that.
that was really cool. But I gotta
Another
go.
good session.
It was
Yeah.
a good session.
See you, lads.
He's been enslaved by the goblins.
I'm not going to say where you at, but
I mean, it's kind of obvious after that line.
yeah, it is very obvious. It's
I mean-
very clear.
It's a good thing the next leg of my proposed plan was going to be we just go and detonate the IED where we find the prisoners